Guys, today we're going to talk about the school shooting in Texas, Nashville, Covenant School. Horrible, horrible situation. On top of that, we're going to talk about the Facebook Live deleting by Kadeja Brown, the black woman who deleted her husband on Facebook Live. The first thing we're going to talk about, though, let's talk about the Nashville shooting. It was a female shooter. Now, the female shooter thought she was a man. And you know how that culture is trying to push its way onto the rest of the country. Guys, I know y'all don't want to hear this, but I'm going to speak the truth because that's what my page is all about. And I just have to. Guys, men and women with this movement to try to push men to be feminine and to push women to be masculine. Because I'm telling you, it is purposeful. The liberals, whoever you want to blame it on, it doesn't even matter who's doing it. Because at this point, the Republicans are starting to follow the Democrats in a way. So, guys, the women are going to now be as aggressive, if not more aggressive. They're going to cheat more. They're going to do things that were always seen as more of things that men do. And I'm telling you guys, it's a spiral that will never stop. Because if you try to call it out, if you try to call out what the government is doing, hypersexualizing women, making them think OnlyFans is okay, making them think sleeping around is okay, and it's the same as when a man does it. If you try to call out these obvious lies that the government is selling women, that the TV is selling women, that the internet is selling women, is telling women, you will be known as a woman hater. I more like to call myself a woman saver. A person that is just going to tell the truth, guys. Women are about in the West, we're talking about the United States, women are about to be an endangered species. These aren't women we're dealing with, guys. Y'all want to protect yourself. We're dealing with women who aspire to be their thought in their mind of what a man is. Even the straight ones. Now, moving on to the school shooting. Guys, a woman about 28 years old went into a school and deleted children and teachers. Guys, when has that ever been that's the fact that a woman could do something like that goes against the instinct that I assumed women had. I mean, to attack children. I don't care about that she's a he, she, whatever the freak she thinks she is, non-binary, whatever. It does not matter, guys. We are at a level where women are being school shooters. Now, as a black man, I guess, I think it's wild that anybody will be a school shooter. But we know that usually, and I'm not trying to pick on anybody because, black people have their problems. But usually, it has been the white male who has typically been the school shooter. But now we have women committing the same atrocities. Guys, I feel so sorry for the children. Not only for the school shooting incident, but for the future mothers that are going to be coming into this world. The ones that have been told you have all these mental illnesses and you need to accept all these lifestyle. Guys, women are overstimulated and confused. They don't even know who they are. They think being at home with a family, taking care of your children, cooking, cleaning, they think these things makes them a slave. Let's just be honest, man. They think getting out here getting ran through is liberation. They think being out here getting ran through by demons, the worst males of society, the club goers, right? The men who prey on women. They think getting ran through by these men is a liberation. Guys, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, man. This movement, all of this feminism, all of this has freed men. I don't want you out here even thinking about having a child or about dating. These batch of American women, you will ruin your legacy. You'll lose your life. Look at the Facebook Live video, guys. That girl from Mississippi, I forget her name. Y'all should look it up. Deleted her boyfriend or husband or whoever. They had kids together. The mother of the woman is in the background. Deleted him on live and afterwards said, I don't want to go to jail. These women are mentally ill. We're not dealing with stable women. They have no role. They have no See, men, we can pretty much adjust, all right? We can go against the grain. They try to push this, radical homosexuality on us. Guys, we can go, okay, cool, who cares? I'm a man. I'm not going to participate in none of this. I'm going to take care of my family. I'm going to love my wife. And that's the end of it. Men, we can go against the grain. It seems to me women have a hard time going against the message pushed on social media or the message pushed in society. So therefore, they're confused, man. They think this fairy tale relationship exists. They think 21 genders exist. And yes, there's, gay men out here, but come on, man. Let's just be real. The women are in a crisis right now. They're literally living in their delusion, and they have no one to check their delusion, because in history there was no time to be delusional. Y'all were worried about survival. You and your husband were worried about survival. Y'all needed each other to survive. But now that, the world, America is how it is, women have turned away from God, have turned away from morals, have pursued the idea that men are out here having sex with tons of women when only like the top 10 or 20% are. And most men are they're lucky if they get some. Most men. So all women want to live like the 10 or 20% of men who are running through women. I get it. They are. There are 10 or 20% of men who are sleeping with 50, 100, 30 women. That's easy. I see them. That's fine. Athletes, yeah. But all women, and not all, but most, at this point, are following that lifestyle. Guys, finding a good wife, you got to vet, man, or you will lose your life. Like that man on Facebook Live. He was with that. If you go through that girl's page, he was with that girl for like 10 years. And she deleted him cold blood, and the only thing on her mind afterwards was she does not want to go to jail. Now her kids don't have a mother or a father. Black men, all men, but I'm going to speak to black men only. You got to go to where the good women are. I'll just give you that tidbit. You got to go to where the good women are. That could be your own women in your community. That could be overseas. Shout out to Passport Bros. But you cannot allow your children to be in a situation where the government can force them to be raised by these modern devils. Where the government will incentivize your woman to divorce you to attain money. Guys, this is a losing situation. If you have a child by most of these modern women, she will be pushing the ideals of the government onto the child, and she will drag your name through the mud, and she will work for the devil. And the victim will be your child, guys. You legacy guys, you got to understand what we're dealing with, guys. We're fighting a battle where we are looked at as the villains. If you're conservative. If you want a girl who is a virgin, if you want a girl with a low body count, because of the less baggage, because of the instinct of a man to want a girl more pure, you are going to be looked at as an insane individual. And they're going to say you're a bad person for wanting that. If you want a good woman, if you want a good mother for your child, they're going to push some 304 with 50 bodies and who says that she's just as strong as a man. And they're going to tell you to make it work. So I'm just telling you, nobody's on your side in this. If you want an actual family where you can raise your child and you can be the head of your family, you may have to look at the landscape, guys. It's not going to get any better. You may have to just go overseas. Because it's gonna get worse, guys. We have female school shooters. Girls shooting men on live on Facebook. What more evidence do you guys need? Defend yourself from these women. Look at them as pseudo men. Look at them as enemies. I'm not saying all men look at all women as enemies. I'm talking about these women that are of the devil, who have this warped mentality on reality to where these things are seen as masculine. Violence, over-sexuality, defiance, or a woman says, I know myself, and she gets ran 3 more times in the Holland Tunnel. The women who see sex as liberation. Guys, avoid these women and protect yourself from them. I'm just being honest, guys. We're going down a slippery slope, and I just want to talk about this morning. I know, this is doom and gloom, but guys, we are in a wild time in history. If you tell a dude in a dress that he's not a girl and he's a man, guys, you could lose it all. Truth is illegal in a lot of instances right now because they want you to follow their truth, she, her truth, he, him truth. There is no one truth. They don't want you to follow God. What are we doing? This will be the downfall of our country if we do not get it in check. And the only way us men who are traditional can get this in check is remove ourselves from the situation. Man, I know racism, they try to push that on us like it's the huge problem or that it's, crazy. Black men who are conservative and white men, which is why sometimes I make videos to champion this point. Black men and white men who are conservative, and black men, do not lie to yourself. You vote for Joe Biden because black women vote for Joe Biden. You men are y'all are conservative. Y'all don't deal with none of this gay stuff. Y'all don't deal with none. Y'all like y'all's woman to be loyal. None of this letting your girl cuck you out and stuff. None of y'all ain't down for that, so stop. Conservative black men and white men and all men, Mexican men, all us, cool. We had our issues in the past. We might have our issues. Guys, we need to put that to the side and get our families back. We need to put our issues to the side because somehow while we were fighting in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the Democratic mafia was in the back door taking our women and our children and infected them with ideas that we are now paying for. Guys, this racism stuff, I don't even forget that right now. Let's bring back 2-parent households for all races. That'll solve 50%, 60, 70% of our problems. So right now, let's just call a truce to racism. Guys, we can't afford conservative men, real men from all races fighting when they're trying to turn our sons and our daughters into basically robots. Mindless, spineless, don't know your gender. They're trying to push an agenda while we're fighting. Guys, cut it out. Black men, stop blaming the white man. White man, you already know it's pointless. I mean, I see y'all have the white guilt at this point. Guys, let's just cut this mess out. And let's look at the real enemy. And that's the agenda pushers. Those are the ones that are on their attack. Guys, what is the KKK doing? What is the Black Panther Party doing? These people have been somewhat destroyed, these groups. The group who is making the most problems in our lives are the ones that are pushing these agendas on our children. So let's stop fighting and protect the children. Black men, I know y'all like the slogan Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter was started by homosexuals. Nothing wrong with homosexuals. I'm just saying that's the basis of that. Like I said, I don't have a problem with homosexuals. I have a problem with those ideas being pushed on the children. And Black Lives Matter is not for you conservative black men. I'm trying to tell you, it's not that. Those people made so much money off of y'all. Bought houses. Bought these lavish lifestyles. I want to ask, how many of y'all benefited from that? How much of the donations went to you guys who are trying to raise children? If the organization is Black Lives Matter, where's that money? Shouldn't it be going to black people? The common black? No, it's not. They took your money like getting robbed in the middle of a parking lot. And y'all are still screaming their name. I know y'all like the name Black Lives Matter. Guys, the organization is attached to the name. So don't say I like the name, but not the organization. You're promoting the organization when you say Black Lives Matter, that you support Black Lives Matter, when you put the sticker on the damn car. Research these things, man. Look at what they're trying to do. Get smart.